So we're going to use Cricut Design Space. So over in Cricut Design Space, all I did was click on Shape, and I inserted a box. The tumbler that I'm using today is 16 ounces. So the measurements that I used is 9.67 by 5 inches. So all I did to get that was just measure the distance around the mug and also from the top to the area that I wanted the image to stop. And then I uploaded my image, and you're just going to go ahead and drag it over to and position it the way you want it. So we're going to go ahead and select all of it. You can go align, and we're going to center it, and then we're also going to make sure that it's centered at the bottom. So I'm going to align it to the bottom. And we're going to go ahead and select it, hit group, and then flatten. Now, if you want the Cricut to cut it for you, it will cut around and not inside. So let's go ahead and hit make it. So we're going to print this on an 8.5 by 14. We need to mirror the image. We'll hit continue. And you need to print it on a sublimation printer with sublimation paper, sublimation ink. So we're going to hit send to printer, and I'm using the Epson ET 2720, and we're going to turn the bleed off. So here is the tumbler we're going to sublimate. I'm going to do the pink one. We're going to take the lid off, and it actually comes with the sublimation shrink wrap, and also it comes with a silicone bottom that we'll place here after we sublimate. So let's go ahead and move this out of the way. So very important, first thing to do is clean it, and I like to use rubbing alcohol. And you want to do that because you want to get any debris or anything that's on there. Even though it may look clean, it may not be. So go ahead and do that. So just a little bit of alcohol, rub all over. You want to make sure that it is completely dry before applying sublimation paper. And now is a good time to preheat your convection toaster oven. I have mine preheating for 15 minutes and it's at 400 degrees. And this is the sublimation. And we're going to go ahead and just cut around here because it's white. It doesn't really matter. So I don't need to have a Cricut cut it. So we're just going to cut this way. Okay, so when you apply the image, you want to make sure that you place it the right side up so it's not upside down. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let me cut a little bit of extra off here. Do a little bit here at the top. Perfect. And you also want to make sure that it lines up at the bottom. So you want to make sure that this lines up with this so we know it's even. Let's go ahead and perfect. Okay, so again, you want to make sure that you pull this really tightly so it's pressed nicely against the tumbler, and we're going to use heat resistant tape. Perfect. And we're also going to tape around the bottom because I want to make sure that it stays pressed against there. So let's just do this. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same for the top. Get the shrink wrap. Place this right inside. Okay. And we're going to use a heat gun, and then we are going to melt the shrink wrap really quickly. So again, it's at 400 degrees. I preheated it for 15 minutes, and I have mine on convection bake. If yours does not say convection bake, as long as it's a convection toaster oven, then you would just put yours on at 400 as well. And I am going to place parchment paper on the rack. because the sublimation shrink wrap does melt and you rather just stick to the paper instead of the rack. So let's go ahead, place this in here and set this just like so. You'll also want to make sure to wear heat resistant gloves because it's so hot. And we're gonna go ahead, sublimate this for 3 minutes, then rotate it and do it for another 3. So it's been 3 minutes. We're gonna go ahead, put our heat resistant gloves back on and rotate this all the way around and do it for 3 more minutes. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. We're gonna go ahead, turn this off and take this out. And I would recommend removing this right away because the white, I didn't cover the entire, the paper didn't cover the entire area, so I just worry sometimes the shrink wrap can harden, so you just want to take it off before it does. It's super hot too. Okay, I just wanted to get it off really quick before that hardened. That is so adorable. Oh my gosh. Look how cute that is. So I'm going to let it cool and then we're going to put the bottom on, the lid, and then we're going to have to come back and check it out. So I'll be right back. And just peel this back. And this is the silicone bottom, which I absolutely love because then it doesn't make that sound at the bottom. And the adorable lid. And then it also comes with a straw. Isn't that adorable? That is the cutest. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. Comment below, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.